Hi, how you doing? It's David Reyes with Reyes Financial Architecture, and I want to spend a little bit of time with you today, give you a market update, talk to you about a couple other things. But first, I want to share a story with you. You know, Joe Kennedy, the Kennedy family is one of the wealthiest families, in the United States for sure. But it's interesting how they made their money. There's an old story or fable, I think it's true, called the Shoeshine Boy story. And back during the Great Depression or right before that, Joe Kennedy and a lot of people on Wall Street would get their shoe shined by this particular gentleman every day. And this one day, the Shoeshine Boy asked him, he said, "Well, Mr. Kennedy, I just got a stock tip from one of my friends, and I want to know what you thought about it." And Mr. Kennedy kind of laughed a little bit, but he walked away from that and he said, "Well, once the Shoeshine Boy starts asking about stocks, it's time to sell." And that's what he did. Within that a couple of days, he sold all his securities, all his stocks, and the market crashed within about 2 weeks. And I share that story with you because a lot of you that I talk to, a lot of clients I speak with, a lot of people on the radio, I hear a lot of people talk, "Well, David, what do you think about buying Zoom? I'm managing my own money now. What about Tesla?" I had a prospective client talking to me the other day about Netflix. I think it was yesterday. Netflix is up 60%, Amazon up 60%, and Netflix had earnings today. They're down 10% overnight. So markets have run pretty far. Again, Tesla's up 250%, Zoom 250%. These stocks have run, pretty far. But to me, it's just amazing the psychology is. And Warren Buffett said it the best: when other people are fearful, be greedy, and when others are greedy, be fearful. And you got to remember, we came from a market just 5 months ago, that was down 35-40% in March. And now what I'm seeing is people are just being very, very aggressive and in their mindset. And we're basically back to where we started. Most of you are still underwater in your portfolios. It's just not a time to do that. It's a time to reflect. It's a time to reevaluate. If you were uncomfortable with the risk during that time frame, you need to reevaluate your portfolio. So I'm sharing this with you because I'm concerned. When I hear a lot of people talking about this, a client talked to me today or yesterday and saying, "Well, I want to manage some of my money because I want to have skin in the game." Now, this is a yoga instructor, and I'm not joking. So that just scares me. Not for our clients, but it scares me for people out there that are managing money or managing their own money because the market's still very risky. We have the election coming up in November. Again, it's a very important election. Who knows what's going to happen with the stock market? China's a big threat. They're being very aggressive as the CCP is relative to war. They're building up their military in the South China Sea. We actually brought cruise ships out there and destroyers just recently to kind of hopefully tamper that down a little bit. They've been very aggressive at the Indian border. There's been some people that have been killed there. Of course, this technology, if you've been following on 5G, the UK is now getting rid of that technology over the next couple of years due to security threats. Both the US and the UK are on board with that. That's a big, big problem. Of course, who knows what's going to happen with COVID? We're back in lockdown. We don't know where the other side is going to look like right now. The stock market is extremely overvalued. It's the most overvalued it's been since 2000. The average PE ratio on the market, the price and earnings, is about 15.5, and right now it's 22.7. Very, very, very high. And you got to think about it, put that into context. The market's more overvalued today or highly priced than it was in February at the top of the market. That's when we had 4% unemployment, we had a great economy, and now the market's more overvalued today, and we have all this big unknown. So it's pretty crazy. So my point to sharing this with you is you got to be careful. And if you want to reach out to me, have me review the portfolio that you have, look at the risk you have, look at the fees you're paying. If you own mutual funds, you're paying way too much. You're paying 2 or 3%. I review clients' portfolios every week, and I will tell you, you can save a lot of money by restructuring a portfolio. I'll show you how to do that. But mainly I want to look at the risk you have in your portfolio, the fees you have, what type of retirement income plan you have. I do second opinions every day. I don't charge for it. If you'd love to reach out to me, I'd love to sit down with you. Have a great day. Take care.